Welcome, listeners. I'm Kirsten Hansen, and today we will be talking about the future of AI and education. When thinking about what I wanted to explore for this project, I thought of two things: AI's impact on the future of education and how teachers are handling this change in technology and AI. I found some of those answers with the podcast Explain by hosts Mike Berry, Renee Lanvin, and Sean. The podcast I listened to was episode 24, Teaching with Joy, Leading with Purpose, with guest Dr. Adam Felia, Director of Professional Learning and Leadership at Ready Schools and co-host of the Undisrupted podcast. In this episode, Dr. Vinyal shares his journey from being a high school science teacher to instructional technology leader and advocate for equity-driven innovation. It all began with Adam's love for creative media such as internet. Dr. Fayal goes on to describe how AI is this generation's internet, saying, quote, just like the way the internet changed how we consume and exchange information, that is AI for this generation. He goes on to talk about how leadership at schools across the country need to be encouraging teachers to learn these new technologies such as AI to improve on how kids are learning. If you don't know how the kids are learning these days, you won't be able to teach them, he implies. He concludes with talking about how teachers and administrators and other leadership in schools can do when writing policy and incorporating this technology into our classrooms. One way that I currently agree with is that we need to have a diverse amount of voices in writing policy. This could be teachers, admin, anybody who is involved with the school, because it's important not only to have a diverse opinion, but opening the table to everyone who may not have access to this technology, some who are not familiar with this technology, and those who have questions about the ethics of it are all important and deserve to be heard. Another point of his I enjoyed was using AI to be an assistant rather than just doing the project or assignment themselves. He brought up the point of students and adults are going to cheat. That is just inevitable. But if you teach them from a young age to use it as a tool rather than doing the project itself and getting points taken off for the general errors, then students would be able to more succeed in the future. This could be on things like coming up, like putting in a project for feedback, or coming up with ideas for assignments, or just projects in general when you have that artist block in your head and you can't get those ideas in your head. I think that this would be a practical innovation use for lessening parents and administrators' fears. Not everyone is going to agree with this, however, but having these conversations is a start. When becoming a librarian, something I would like to do is have conversations about AI by putting up books and having discussions with leaders in the community, such as teachers, administrators, and anybody who basically anybody who teaches kids or owns a business or things along those lines, about how we can incorporate AI into our lives without having that fear about it. Having these resources in place and professionals to talk to about these changes can hopefully ease those fears and anxieties we are currently having about AI and the future. I hope you enjoyed listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.